I am just taking a moment to tell everybody that I am not a professional, nor is Beth. We are just two friends who like to share our experiences with mental health issues through various topics. Also, I'd like to say that if you are triggered by anything that you see or hear, please shut down the video, contact your support system, also maybe your local mental health facility, and if you have to, contact 911. That's what they're there for. When you do contact 911, please make sure you let them know that it is for a mental health reason. There has been some things that have been put into place to help ease that transition that used to not be there. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the video. Have a great day. Hello, this is Melina with How's Your Mental Health, and you are
Bob.
you're Bob, huh? Well, according to your little thing at the in the corner there, it says you're Beth. So I got it wrong.
Oh my goodness. You just set it up so easily for me to say something else.
I
I
know
mean,
it. I
you
know
just
it.
do. You just do. It
Now I am going to state this. That was a new intro video, Beth. How was it?
was good.
Was it too quiet this time? Because I never liked the other one. It was too loud.
The other one was loud. That one was quiet, but it was nice.
Okay. All right. We are going to start off with one of Beth's pictures that she finds on the website. So here we are. And I was looking at it and I absolutely love it. It's like a dirt path on the one side that you can see where the brick is. Looks like some kind of a flower. Maybe it's a desert area and the sun's like beaming down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see this right here is
Yeah.
brick. It's a brick, so it's a
Yeah.
walkway. And this with the sun coming up, I am suspecting maybe a beach
A beach.
beyond here.
Okay. Now I would not have envisioned that.
It reminds me of I was in God darn, I can't even think of it now. In Mexico. One of those vacation spots.
Uh-huh. I
My
have
brain,
no clue, so
my brain just went boop. But anyway,
the only
um,
one that comes to my mind, and I don't even know if it's in Mexico or not, and that's Cantino or whatever it is.
nope, but that reminded me it's Cancun.
Cancun, okay.
Cancun, Mexico. And um the motel room faced out towards the ocean and stuff. And um every morning I'd open the curtains up to watch the sunrise, and where it rose in the ocean, it honestly looked like it was coming out of the ocean, and you could reach out and touch it. It was so grand and so beautiful, and that's what this reminds me of.
Oh,
It's
now
absolutely beautiful.
I've been to the beach twice, I think. Yeah, twice. And the first time was not pleasant, and the second time might as well say was not pleasant because there was a lot of bickering going on. But I loved the sun. I didn't like the hot sand. I am not a hot type person, you know. But I loved seeing the ocean for the first time, and I'll never forget how that made me feel because I was like little bitty thing compared to this humongous ocean, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I have never had a pleasant experience at the beach. There's always been bickering going on. But those were the people that I went with. It wasn't didn't involve me. It was just around me. um, how has your day been?
Well, it's been good. I laid in bed for a little while, watched a few videos, and then got up, showered, uh, went and met a couple of my friends for lunch. Ran into two couples that I knew, one from Kings Mountain, one from here in Gastonia. And then Uncle Charlie was coming in to the restaurant as we were leaving. And it was a pleasant lunch.
Good.
Yep. And then I came and dropped off stuff at your house that had gotten mysteriously
Mixed up into the
with my groceries. And
yeah.
then I came home and I got in a chair and I'm watching the Jeffrey Epstein Filthy Rich.
Did you
crap.
take a nap?
I did take a nap during it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of these things that I really probably shouldn't be watching because it enrages me to think of somebody hurting.
Yeah, I can't.
Hurting somebody like that.
The only things that I watch that enrage me really are these, what are they called, Beth, where they have like a day to get married and then all of a sudden they're supposed to love each other type deal.
Oh, that's either Married at First Sight.
To me, you're asking for trouble.
Or Love is Blind.
Yeah, you are literally asking for trouble because you cannot know somebody overnight and expect to love the person and everything be honky-dory. I mean,
those shows entertain me.
They piss me off.
They entertain me.
I'm like, how can these people be so stupid? They have to be getting paid just to pretend this is happening.
Oh, yeah. Sure they are.
But today's topic is jumping to conclusions. Okay? And you do that with one of two ways. All right? Let me get my stuff. I've got going two different ways here. That one and that one. Okay. I've got stuff going two different ways, so I got to figure out. Here it is, right here in front of me. All right. This here are the two ways that you can present the distortive thoughts of jumping to conclusions. So. Okay. You have the mind reading, which is imagining that we know what others are thinking. And I tend to do that a lot. It's a tightrope, because you can really get yourself into trouble. And then you have the fortune telling, which is exactly what it's called, predicting the future. In other words, saying, because Beth did such and such, because I did such and such, Beth will no longer like me. That's fortune telling and mind reading. So, and trust me, I do it. I do it 100%. Beth, you see yourself in this category, so to speak?
No, but since you mentioned me in that category, I feel like I'm stuck with your ass. Whoops, bad word.
He is stuck with me. She doesn't really care about the fact that she's stuck with me. She likes it. So, and seeing as I'm on this one here, I'm going to go right ahead and do the mind reading one instead of clicking off it. And this here, I like these little things. I wish I could find them for everything that I do, because it has the what it is, how to challenge it, and an example. I love it. And what it is, of course, believing what other people are thinking, and it's something negative about you. Remember that it's something negative about you. Okay? Example, when I was having an issue with my inspections for my apartment, I was mind reading. I was like, such and such a person who's in charge does not like me. That's why she keeps failing me. That's a negative thing about myself, and ask yourself, this is how to challenge it. Do I have proof of what they are thinking? And we don't. We cannot have proof of what somebody else is thinking. Even if we want that proof, if we ask them, there's no guarantee that they'll tell us the truth. So we would never have proof of what somebody else is thinking. But I do know that somebody is not paying attention. What are some other possible explanations? Okay. You can't tell what they're thinking. So you got to figure, what are some other reasons for this behavior? You know, am I projecting my insecurities onto them? Oh, I do that. I do that. Just like I said, I constantly feel like I'm a pain in the butt to Beth. And although she says I am, I know better. Because I know that if I don't text her at a certain amount of time in the morning, she texts me. So, the examples.
Make sure you're alive.
The examples of the distorted thoughts are: he sighed when the teacher paired us together. He must hate me. Okay, and that's somebody I assume is in class or college or whatever where they need partners. And to challenge the thought, he might have just been sad he didn't get paired with his best friend. And I don't know what the rest of it says. So, but, and I'm just going to add this: I hated partners in school. I'd rather do it myself and fail or pass. I hated having to use partners because I was the one that did all the work.
Now, see, when I had a partner, I made sure they did all the work.
See, you would be the one that I'd hate to be paired with. I despise having partners.
Because I'm like, all right, I am over this crap. You better know how to do it and do it right.
But the worst was science class because I could not do science. I did not understand the chemistry. I did not understand the whatever that chart is with all those abbreviations.
Well, mine was biology because I was not dissecting a dead cat. No.
Well, we had to dissect a frog in the 7th grade, and I have always had a sensitive stomach. And the girl and I that were paired together, we were okay. We weren't friends, but we were okay. But she put the scalpel into the frog's stomach, and to draw that incision down, water started gushing out, and I hit the bathroom. And
see, aren't you glad you had a partner?
I got to do like we didn't have like computers that we could do it on, but I got to do they had a paper diagram of a frog, and I got to do it that way.
Okay. I hate to ask this question since we've just gotten started and we're about halfway through, but you froze up. Did you plug up the computer?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. Well, you froze for a second.
I haven't froze on this side.
Okay. You did for a second on my side. I just wondering.
Well, that's the way it was last week. You freezing up for a minute. So
I know.
But I do know
it's what we're going through.
Well, I do know that StreamYard is making some changes. So
a lot of computer stuff's going on right now.
All right. Now the next one is, I've got fortune telling up for the next one. Okay, because I love to try to figure out what somebody is going to do in any particular situation. If I have to talk to them, I need to know what their action is. And I go through all different types of scenarios. Never the right one.
I never come up with the right one either.
But
because in my mind, they're smarter than I think they are. Well, so I think they're really doing something, and I got to remember they're not that brilliant.
Now, for me, it depends on the person or the situation. Because if it's a certain person or a situation, I go one way. Well, they're not going to be as nice to me as I think they are. You know, they really don't like me. Or in this situation, I'm not going to get that job. I'm not qualified enough. They'll know I'm not qualified enough. So it just depends on the situation.
Well,
All
you know
right.
what? The whole thing with people anyway is not a matter of, I don't know, just people are people.
Yeah.
And some yeah, you don't like or whatever, but you know what? They still breathe and love and hurt and feel each and every day.
Oh, yeah. And I don't think that we're made to get along with every single person on this planet.
No.
I really don't. We're going to have our friends. We're going to have our friends who are family. We're going to have our, acquaintances, and we're going to have, hey, down the road you go, I mean, and there's some people you don't even speak to, even though you know them.
Oh yeah.
So, but yet you can speak to a cashier at a store and be friendly and give her a smile. You know, you don't know her, but maybe you made her day for her day.
That's true.
But like I said, I don't think we are made or designed to get along with every person on this planet. I just don't think so. Now, you have to predict the future negatively. Predicting it positively, that could be a good thing. Okay? But if you're always predicting it negatively, it'll wear on you. I mean, yeah, all the time think, when's the next shoe gonna fall? And I have that thing. When is that next shoe gonna fall? So, and statement could be, I will make a fool of myself in that presentation. And now I will tell this story. I told it to my sister-in-law. I believe it was her. I was in college at one point and I had to do public speaking. And I hated speaking in public. That's one of the reasons why I haven't done a live video yet. Because the idea of knowing somebody's actually watching me talk scares me. Right now, there ain't nobody watching except for Beth, and Beth, you do count, but you don't count. But
Well, let me just mute myself out of here.
I had to give a speech on something that I was an expert on. And I'm going to be honest, I don't like that word, expert, because expert means you cannot learn anything else about that particular subject. And I am not an expert on anything. I can always learn something more. So I had a hard time writing this speech, and then I knew I was running out of time, and then so I quit the class. So I was negative about myself. I was fortune telling, I'm going to fail it anyway, so I might as well quit.
Negative Nancy. Quit. Shame.
So, and I have not taken a public speaking class since because I'm afraid to.
Shame.
But all right, Beth, you have a picture up here. Let's do that. I love it. It's just like you and I going to the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just what popped into my head.
Okay, you should see us going to the mountains. First of all, the car is loaded down from hell with crap that you could not imagine. And the whole time, there's a scenic overlook. Stop. There's a scenic overlook.
That's on the way down.
Stop. There's a scenic overlook.
Down.
Stop.
That's on the way down. That's on the way back home. While we're there, I'm like, Beth, can we go up to the mountain even further so I can get a picture?
Yeah, you must admit that climb up Howard's Knob in Boone was a heck of a climb.
Yeah, and the fact that now we're going on this road that maybe two cars can pass each other on. I doubt it, but maybe.
Well, okay. It was a 2-car lane.
But this tractor trailer had jackknifed around.
Oh, that was not going to Howard's Knob. That was a different road. We were going to, oh, what was that place? It was a different park out by, I think, the KOA campground or something, wasn't it?
I
It
don't
was
know because I
it
don't
was
know
a
the area.
windy mountain road, and you're right, that tractor trailer should not have been on that road.
No, and I don't know how they would get it off. I mean, I honestly don't. All I could see is tragedy striking, especially when these other people that were in front of us trying to come our way were going around the tractor trailer, and all you have is this drop off that they're trying to avoid.
Oh, I know, that was a catastrophe.
Yeah, Beth did a 3-point turn and got us around there because we weren't going to try to go around and possibly hit that drop. No. But now Howard's Knob.
Howard's Knob was up at the very top where we took those pictures of the rocks.
Oh, okay, and got the pictures of the dogs and us too.
Yeah, where you could see out over Boone.
Yeah. I got some good pictures there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that house that we saw at the gate
Uh-huh.
was listed for sale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You gonna spend your millions of dollars and go get it for us?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, now I'm fortune telling and mind reading and all that, and knowing that is not going to happen.
It's nice to dream.
Yeah, it's nice to dream. This is our last one. And this here is on mind reading. Okay, we had fortune telling. Now this is mind reading. And you see the picture and you have that line going back and forth. It's like, and all I can picture when I see that is somebody telepathically reading somebody else's mind. And I would not want that. Assuming that you know what people think without having sufficient evidence of their thoughts.
I always know what you're thinking.
Not always. Not always. He thinks I'm a loser. She thinks that she thinks that because I am a minority, I do not know what I am talking about. Those are mind reading sentences.
Yeah, I don't think that at all about you.
What?
Oh, you were reading that thing.
Oh, he thinks I'm a loser? Yeah, I know you don't.
No, I don't.
I have a perception of myself, but that is not as good as Beth's perception of me, and I know that. But in my own mind, I know me, so my perception has to be accurate, which of course we know is another cognitive distorted thought, and we'll probably get into that next week.
No, but it's just you're always right and I'm always right.
Yeah, right. People, whomever you are watching the video, make sure your feet are up off the floor, okay?
But make sure your keys are on the keyboard and drop her an email at howsyourmentalhealth@gmail.com.
And you can always send a comment as well. I look at them and respond to them, the ones that I get. So, and could I give a shout out to one particular lady who is usually very good at leaving a comment? I don't know what her last name is, but you do. Jackie?
We won't mention last names.
Okay. But
she's the bomb.
She is good at leaving a comment, even if it's just good video. I like the comments. It makes me feel better because sometimes I am not sure if what I'm doing is worth it. And she makes me feel better because she leaves those comments. So, and we are, and I absolutely love this picture. And all I can see is that you're looking down into a flower and all the different petals and the different colors and everything else until
Yep.
you get to the very, very center of it. So that's what I see. What do you see?
I was looking at it. I couldn't decide, but I just love all the colors.
Oh, yeah.
The colors are just so vibrant.
It could also be, those, I don't know where they wear them, but some ladies wear headdresses with colorful things going up, like
Yeah.
in a ritual dance and stuff.
Yeah.
They could be several of those ladies in the dance doing their little ritual dances or whatever it is they do.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me one moment.
You got to let a cat in?
There's a cat that wants out.
Oh.
But in the meantime, I'm going to put her on camera.
Hi, Scout. Scout and I have a love-hate relationship.
And she refuses to go out.
Now, Beth, you have 2 children. You need to treat them equally.
Well, the other one is laying in her bed. And I don't want to disturb her.
I only have 1 child, so when he wants to make a debut on the camera, then he gets up in my lap and makes that debut. So
yeah, and Kay tried to give me. They took in a cat, and she thought that it was eating very well. Well, yeah, it was eating very well.
uh-oh.
Right. Yeah,
Kitten.
5 kittens.
Ah.
So she said she found a home for 2, but she still got 3 more. And did I want another? I said, no, because
No.
Scout would kill that thing.
Yeah, and Lily wouldn't be too happy about it.
No, and Lily's 14 years old. I have to be compassionate towards her level of maturity.
I thought she was 15.
Is
That's
she?
what Miss
No.
Sandra said. Miss Sandra
Is
said
she
that.
15?
Yeah.
She could be. I lose years, especially the last 2 years. The last 3 years, actually, with all the stuff that's been going on in the world, I just have lost my whole sense of timing.
Now, I do want to say, of course, kind of on what we're talking about on the topic, but it would be nice to hear what you all think of the pictures that Beth picks out to put up there every week for, so it's not such a seriousness on the video.
No, we don't want we like to have a serious topic, or Melina does, because this is Melina's show.
And sometimes
I am only on here for comedic.
But sometimes we've had two videos that we needed to be serious about.
True.
So sometimes we will need that, but for the most part, and I'll tell Beth ahead of time if it's just a total serious thing so that she'll know, I try not to bombard her. Oh yeah, this is what we're doing today on video. I let her know like a day ahead, even though she doesn't remember. All right.
Look who's meowing again.
Now that is beautiful. But I do have to say, I would think that this flower has already been picked and it's bronzed.
It's what?
Bronzed.
Why is it wrong?
No, not wrong. Bronzed. BRONZED.
Oh, bronzed. Well, I was thinking that it's light perpetuated through glass.
I don't see that.
That's why I'm more serious than you.
Well, when I first popped it up there, all I thought was a bee. A honeybee.
I'm more serious.
I hear you.
Okay.
So, but that's a pretty flower.
Yeah, it is.
But we're doing good on keeping it under a half an hour for the most part. Well, she's got another picture up here. This will be the last one.
Okay.
Oh, that's a springtime field with a butterfly. I mean, that's obvious. That is obvious. I wish I could get pictures like that. I really do. I don't know how the photographers do it. I was in a therapy group one time, and they were hanging up pictures from a local photographer, but and one of the pictures was of a hummingbird. You got his beak and his bill and the fluttering of his wings. I mean, it was perfectly captured, even though the thing was moving a mile a minute.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know how he did it.
It's
it was beautiful.
It's the shutter response in the zoom that you have on a camera. And one of these days, I want you to take a photography class so that you can learn that, and you'll enjoy it.
But
that's on my wish list for you.
I could still picture that in my mind's eye. I mean, that was so beautiful to see. I mean, he captured everything of it, even though it was moving.
Yep.
Because I don't know if they even stop moving. They have to lay eggs, but they are a fast moving bird.
They are. I went to a house to do inspections one time, and they had 3 or 4 hummingbird feeders out on their back patio.
Mm-hmm.
And I swanny, every single one of them had at least 10 around each. I've never seen so many. There were so many you could actually hear the buzzing of all of them. I've
never seen that many in one place.
It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
But, well, everybody, remember the topic was jumping to conclusions with mind reading and fortune telling. As with all the others that we have gone over, a lot of it is just reframing your thoughts and really being honest with yourself that you cannot predict how someone else feels, and you cannot predict an event that might happen. So, and yeah, that's hard. Trust me, it's hard. But it can be done with a lot of work. And I hope you all have a great day. Have a good Sunday. And I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. And we will see you next week.
Don't forget, be good to you.